Hi, and welcome back to a new mindful and physical therapy based workout. We're doing a TRX session. We're doing switching back and forth. You'll see what I mean, and we'll get started facing away from the anchor point with the TRX on about a knee height. We'll get started on the mat, holding on to your handles. And we'll take a stretch here. So try to really get the length into your spine and open your shoulders. Relaxing your head down, stretching your neck, making sure your kneecaps are facing forward, and then just shift your pelvis forward, lean in, activate your abs. And then sit bones back. And bring the hips forward, rolling out. And just gently increasing the tension into the abs, the core, the shoulders. Try to be centered in your shoulder joints. That slight pull of the ball into the socket. Be mindful of your feet, how they're placed. The toes wide apart. And if you need to adjust your feet, bring them further back. For more tension, bring them further forward. For a little less, feel free to do that. And keep breathing through, activating your pelvic floor, pulling the navel into your spine. Make sure to close your rib cage. Draw the shoulder blades down into your back. 2 more. Feel how the legs are warming up too here. And last one. And then just a deep stretch. And then round in. Inhale. Exhale. Extending out. And then we're going to have once round, once extend, all the way around here, forward. We'll have round, extend, round, extend. Light touch on the TRX, on the handles, because you want to actually really work the back extensors and not so much hang in the TRX. Round, articulate your spine all the way, nose between the knees. And extend. And again, think about your feet. Feel them, how they're placed on a big toe base, a small toe base, a heel, and your toe pads all touching down, all 5 of them. Perfect. Round, navel pulling in. And you should feel that in your back extensors, in your glutes, in your hamstrings. And we'll have one more curl in, and then one more flexion, extension, and then walk forward and take a little stretch here. Opening the shoulders, but also taking that little back extension here, stretching, lengthening through your back. Good. And then come back. We're going to go into push-ups now, and we're going to alternate between, I promise, switching back and forth, alternate between pushing here, a chest press, and then a triceps. A chest, and elbows in close. So maybe that means that you need to compromise a little bit with where you stand. Maybe you could do a little more here than here. So if you can go by distance to create more tension, you can lean in a little harder for the chest press. Go for a big range of motion so you're getting the most out of it. Now you want to include the glutes to stabilize your hips. You want to close the ribs and pull the navel in to activate your whole abdominal wall nicely. Pull it into your back. You want to lengthen your neck, pulling your face back, especially when you go all the way down, all the way forward. This is when the face wants to just push forward and hang towards the floor. Check on your toes, keep them happy. And we'll have 4 more. 3. 2. And last one. And then just take another stretch here. And also go into a side bend, one side and the other side, reaching, 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 reaching. And then roll all the way up. And we'll go right into lunges. So I quite like to have my TRX to knee height about, might be even a little lower here, for my lunges, but you could go down to a mid-calf length as well if you feel better like that, closer to the floor. Jump forward, a little over to the left, so you're lined between the anchor point and your right shoulder, and then you're going to go hands together into a lunge here. And a forward tilt lunge. We're going to be upright and forward tilt. You'll feel the changing activity, especially in the glutes on the left side. We're needing a lot of core engagement to keep you in balance. And now make sure you keep those pelvic crests on one level. Lots of work in that left standing leg, lots of balancing, stabilizing in the foot, in the knee, in the hip, and then up into your core. Keep the hips square to the front. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then switch legs so you can just step over to the right. Put the left foot in. And here we go, ready. On the other side, make sure you find that length through the crown of the head. Drop your shoulders, hands ready, abs ready, standing leg, and then slowly go for it. And a forward tilt. Squaring off. Making sure your shoulders, your hips are square. The abdominal wall is pulling in. Upright and tilt forward. Really make a difference between the two. Make a decision here. And feel your right buttock. And that changing activity, changing angles, changing levers. And we'll have 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. And then coming out of the TRX. Good job. And we'll continue with the TRX in a mid-calf length now. We're going to go to the floor, onto your forearms. Jumping right into planking on the forearms. Try to have your forearms parallel if you can. If you need to hold on to your hands, you can do that. But be nice to have some external rotation in your shoulder joints to practice that. And then we're gonna extend the legs out. And the switching back and forth is a pike and an opening. And a pike and an opening. Make sure as you come back from the pike to really nail the plank, to not be too far forward with your shoulders. You want to try and stay on top of your elbows. This is a lot of deep abs. Then keep them in. Try not to lose tension in the abdominal wall as you open the legs. You'll feel some quads here too, for sure. And then think about the area around the shoulder blades. Try to spread them wide. Keep lifting through your sternum. Four more. Parallel forearms. 3. 2, and 1. And then knees down, out of the TRX, reaching back into a child pose. Breathe into your lower back, expand your ribs. Drop your head, relax your neck. And then coming up and go into a twist, thoracic spine. And then go ahead and switch. And we're going to turn around and bring the heels in. Lying down onto your back. And we're going to go up into a hip press here. Back to hovering. Extend forward, bring it back. Hip press, hovering. Extend, back. Glutes, hamstrings. Keep the stability. Lengthen through your neck and open across your collarbones. Heavy in the shoulders, heavy in the arms, long through your neck. The ribs are closed towards the midline. Breathing through. And 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. And then release down. Swing your legs. And swing all the way into your spine. You'll have a side bend to either side. And you might feel that all the way up to your head, to your cervical spine. Some deep breaths. And then come back. Now have the arms all the way up overhead. Inhale and exhale into a crunch and into a roll up and into just a crunch. And if you can, and if you can't, just stay with the crunch. Easy to adjust. Not wrong at all. And just stay down here. Deepen, deepen, deepen. Only come up if this is available to you without pulling onto your back, pulling on your spine. Chin to chest. This is a good one to recalibrate, to deepen, and then make sure you have that depth all the way as you come up. Try to keep it going so your abs really are feeling it all the way through, no matter which version you're doing. Try to keep the intensity going. a lot of neck flexors, short neck flexors. So a lot of chin-chest connection is needed here. So don't let that head hang back. Two more of each, or four more crunches. Last one each. Nice and slow. And that's where we stay. Reaching forward. Opening your hips here, letting the knees drop. Feel the soles of the feet together, like really feel them together. Check in with your back, with your neck, with your shoulders. Breathing through the body. And we're ready for a side plank. Maybe adjusting the TRX if it's a little long. Sometimes it just slides a little bit. We're gonna put the feet into both straps. I prefer to have my top foot forward and then link them so my back toes will just be touching the front heel. And then we're pushing up into the plank here. And we'll have an opening up, down, and close. We're opening up, down, close. Open, up, down. You'll feel some inside thigh on the front leg. Outside, so abductors, glutes on the back leg. Have the whole waistline on the bottom side. We'll have some neck on the top side to keep that head aligned. Keep your glutes active and definitely a lot of abs. Check in with ribs connecting into your navel, navel connecting into your spine, and then check on the pelvic floor. Top arm reaching up, and we'll just have one more. And then switch to the other side. You can put the knees down, just regroup, give it a little shake, and then get ready. On the other side, it's worth taking a moment to really be centered on that shoulder. You don't want the shoulder to push forward. That's gonna make it very unstable. And then open and lift, lower, close. Open, lift, lower, close. Looking straight ahead, lengthening out of the neck, out of the top arm. And then go ahead and check on the pelvic floor and on your abs, straight abs, transverse, obliques. And 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. release. Take a quick stretch back. And then roll yourself up. Hold on to the handles. And we're going to be on the knees. We'll have the triceps here now isolated. We already had some in the beginning. Now make sure you have that extension through your hips here so you're not sitting back unless you have to, unless you feel like you're getting too much tension on the shoulders or on your lower back. So try to bring the pelvis with you. Bend here, then reach up, back, and push. You're bending, you're reaching up, you're pulling back, and push, and try to keep the tension going here. So try not to relax. As you come back here, you're already going in again. So keep the intensity, be very tapped into that tricep with your awareness. So this is really how you create a lot of intensity, by being there, by activating, by really addressing the muscle group you want to work. It doesn't all just come with a certain type of movement, but with the intention and the priority you set, the focus you set, to really get the work done by the right place. And then check on core, pelvic girdle. You want to have stability there. By now, the triceps should be burning. If not, you might have to lean in a little more. You might have to even set your knees back. Create some more leverage, some more tension. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then release. Just sit back. Take a break. Just one breath. And left foot forward. We're going to do a lunge here. Tuck the toes under. Hands forward, pushing into the TRX. And then we're going to have a lift, forward and back. Hover, forward, hover, tap down. Hover, forward, hover, tap down. Hover, forward, hover, tap down. Be very careful to keep your hips squared, as well as the shoulders. Clean. Reach, hover, tap down. Hover, reach, check on the abs. Again, we have a lot of work in the standing leg left. You want to push into the TRX with your hands, so you get some activity in the shoulders, but also in the abs. Almost simulate a little bit of a push-up to activate that anterior chain. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then both knees down. Deep breath. Regroup. Some mindfulness. Be in the body. Be in the moment. And then tuck the toes under on the back foot. Be ready to hover and then reach back to hovering. Tap down. Hover. Reach. Hover. Tap down. Pelvis even, leveled. That might mean that you have to lift the left side up a little bit. Both buttocks are active. The abs are pulled in. Reach. And as you reach and kick, that's when you need a lot of abs too. Not to kick into your lower back. So keep that safe with a strong core. Keep those arms active. Hover, reach, hover, down, hover, reach, hover, and 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And we're gonna stretch back here. You should really feel that thoracic spine give into extension, opening through your shoulders. And then just swing right and left. Enjoy that moment. It should feel good. And then come up. Standing up and adjusting the TRX so we can face the anchor point to get into some biceps. Getting ready here. We're gonna have the arms extended, palms up, and then pull up here, up, down, extend, pull, up, hold it, up, down, or you can firm up in your glutes and abs. Now elongate through your neck. Keep your chin close to your chest, gazing at the anchor point. And again, try to keep the tension going. Keep that biceps on. Keep it contracted. Now close the ribs, keep your pelvis back a little bit. 4 more. 3. 2. And 1. And then take a quick stretch. Rolling back up. And we'll go into rows. We'll have the arms, so maybe feet slightly further forward, and then pull the elbows in and high up. And we'll have a close row, high row. Choose your position for your feet so you can get the most out of it with a clean form. So upper back, back of the shoulders working. Again, the neck flexors. Again, the whole body in that plank situation. So you're pressing the feet down, you got your glutes on, you got your abs on. Breathing through, really working those shoulders, feeling the width in your upper back. Try to keep the wrists long, making sure you don't have any twinkle with your wrists to get a little further back. But it's all just the elbows being pulled back. Little strings attached, they're being pulled back. And we'll have 4 more. 3. Last 2. And 1. And then just pull up, take a stretch, and then just pull one arm back and reach the other one, and other side. Reach deep, deep down to inhale, and then exhale, pull your navel in, rolling back up. And we're squatting. So feet are shoulder width apart. And we'll have a squat. And up with your heels, and a squat. And just a calf raise, squat. We're going to take these further into jumps soon if you like. If you don't, you'll just stay with these, working through the feet. Keep it low impact. Now make it a lot about the glutes and the abs. So as you come forward with the pelvis, you really try to hold back with your abs. And then let them go deep. Feel the hamstrings too here. Very intentional. And go into jumps if you like. Keep your neck long, shoulders back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stepping the left leg into the center. And we'll lunge back and into curtsy. And lunge back. The foot really has to be in the center or else it's going to pull you off to one side. It's going to feel awkward. Back and curtsy. Back, curtsy. Breathing. Awareness in the body. Presence. Be right here with your experience of the moment. So check all the systems feeding back to you. Be the awareness. Four. 3. 2. And 1. Switch legs. Well done. Again, making sure you're centered so that this lunge back feels right. And curtsy. Straight back. Curtsy. Keep your shoulders dropped. And check in with your core. Your very center. Center of energy, of stability. Four more. Check on the standing foot, on the alignment of the knee. 2 more to go. One more. And step it back. Take a good stretch here. Rolling back up. Either you go back to your squats or we'll do the jumps one more time just to get all the breath and the heart rate up a little bit. And jump, 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 jump. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll lengthen the TRX to a mid-calf length. And then we're just gonna sit down, scoot back a little bit so you're behind the anchor point. Inhale and exhale, rolling down. Inhale, exhale, rolling up. Just use as much help from the TRX as you need, as little as possible. And then come up and go to one side and to the other side. The easiest, switching back and forth. And this is always when my stomach starts to rumble with the twisted work, the oblique work, which really is amazing for the gut. Give it a massage, give it a nice drainage. Keep the abs on. Try to not take a break if you can. Keep your pelvis in the center. And then push a little further and push a little further and a little further out to increase the twist. Maybe you can even pull your heels into your sit bones a little bit to alleviate the work in your hip flexors. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then release, stretching forward. And then we'll have one last on our forearms. So gather up the last little bit of strength for the finale. And we'll be on the forearms with the knees bent to begin with. And we'll have one going up and then just extend out and push, extend out, pull, push up, extend. Lifting from the deep abs. Again, make sure your shoulders are stacked on top of the elbows. We've got 9 more. 8, 7, 6, really is a finale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. And release. Take a deep breath here. And then onto all fours into a cat and cow. Nice and mindful. Breathing through the body. One more time. Adjust into seated. Take a side bend to one side and to the other side. And then reach forward for your glutes. Coming back. And then bring in a deep breath and all the things you need. Palms together, down through your center line. And thank you so much for joining. Good job. Please like and subscribe to stay in the loop for more mindful and physical therapy-based workouts. I'll see you soon.